When I used to make videos, it always felt like something was missing.
And that was because I didn't understand how different shot types could be used to evoke emotion and better tell my stories. So in this video, I'm going to teach you the most popular shot types so you can tell the best stories possible. Wide shots are great because they allow you to capture as much information as possible in one frame.
And because they capture all this information, wide shots are great for establishing locations in your films.
A wide shot can be used to evoke emotions of loneliness and isolation. This is because the subject will look insignificant and small in a big world around them. Wide shots can be achieved by using a focal length of under 35mm on a full frame camera or roughly under 23mm on a crop sensor camera. The cowboy shot is named after its common use in Western films. Essentially, this shot was used to show off a detail around the subject's waist, like a cowboy with a holster. To achieve this shot, all you have to do is cut your subject off at the mid-thigh and leave a little bit of headroom at the top. The medium shot is great for dialogue. This is because not only does it show the subject's face speaking, but it also shows the hand movement of the subject. Another reason it's so great for dialogue is because the framing of the shot roughly emulates the distance that we interact with others at, which therefore immerses the audience better into the scene. It's also a great shot because not only can we see the subject in frame, but we can also see the background, and because of that we can clearly see our character or subject interacting with the world around them. This shot is achieved by simply cutting the subject off at the waistline, at the bottom of the frame, and at the top of the frame, leaving a little bit of headspace. The close-up shot is a great way to capture the emotion on your subject's face while at the same time capturing dialogue. For this reason, it's great to implement at any moment in the story to set the tone that you're going for. This shot can simply be achieved by cutting slightly below the top of the shoulders at the bottom of the frame, and also at the top of the frame, cutting a little bit above the subject's head. The detail shot is great for capturing specific elements of your subject. This can also evoke mystery because we can't see the full picture. This type of shot can also be great for capturing specific emotion on the subject's face, which can help set the mood for your film. To achieve this, you just have to get really close to your subject or use a focal length between 50 to 100mm. The Dutch angle is commonly used to make the audience feel uneasy and as though something is off. That's why it's commonly used in horror films. To achieve this, all you have to do is set your camera on a slight tilt. The high angle shot is used to make a character look weak and powerless. It is achieved by simply putting the camera above the subject and angling it down towards them. Opposite to the high angle shot, the low angle shot makes the subject appear strong and powerful, and it's also achieved the opposite way. All you have to do is put your camera this time under the subject and angle it up towards them.
Also, when the subject is smaller than the background around them, it can evoke a sense of mystery.
The eye level shot is one of the most common shot types in film. This is because unlike the high or low angle shot, the eye level shot makes the viewer feel on the same level as the subject and can therefore empathize with them better. This shot is also commonly how we see others in real life, which helps us engage with the subject more. This shot can be composed by putting the subject's eye line at the top horizontal line of your frame. The two shot is another great way to set the mood or emotion for your film. This is because instead of just having one character's facial expression, you'll actually be able to see both at the same time. The two shot's also great because instead of having to set up different shots multiple times to capture individual characters, you can get two people in the same frame interacting at once. To achieve the two shot, all you have to do is set two subjects in the same frame, and you can angle it however you want depending on what the emotion you're trying to convey is. The over-the-shoulder shot is another great one for dialogue. This is because it helps us connect with the subject more. The over-the-shoulder shot also helps us identify a relationship between two different subjects interacting. You can do this shot by putting the camera right over the closest subject's shoulder and putting the other subject in either the top left or top right third, depending on where you're shooting from.
When doing the over-the-shoulder shot, it's also extremely important to know about the 180-degree rule, which states that you have to keep your camera on the same side of an 180-degree line of your subjects. Basically, that means if you're shooting over the right shoulder of one subject, you have to shoot over the left shoulder of the other subject. This is done to make sure the viewer is not disoriented when watching, because the two subjects will be shot from two different angles to clearly differentiate where they are talking from.
The POV shot is great for putting the audience right into the action. This is because the audience will be able to see what the character's seeing and feel what they're feeling. To achieve it, all you have to do is put the camera on the subject's body, ideally at around eye level. Now that you've learned all these really important shot types, if you want to really take your films to the next level, if I were you, I would go practice each one to see what they do to each of your films so you can learn for yourself when to practically use each one. I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you in the next one.